Hey y'all, welcome back. It is me, BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to Drew Lynch talking about being married to someone with ADHD. See what he has to say.
My wife has this thing, it's called ADHD. Do you guys know what this is? It's not ADD, by the way. That one's different. That's the one you diagnose yourself. That's where people are like, oh, sorry.
I'm so ADD.
Your story. I have ADD. No, you suck.
Oh.
You're addicted to your phone. You need to take responsibility. ADHD, that one's a little more intense, all right? She had to go to a hospital to get that H.
I was just sitting here thinking to myself, like, he's not stuttered yet. Okay, I reacted to Drew, I think per request recently, and I don't care if anyone other than me liked it. I don't care if everybody hated it and everybody's like, never react to it again. I thought he was hilarious, and I also just was inspired by him overcoming what is viewed as a challenge or a disability or a taboo and being insanely funny and relatable. That piece, clip, segment, bit that I reacted to does feel like maybe it was a bit older. This feels like it's a little newer. And as someone who's always perfecting their craft, no matter what it is, you should see some type of growth. So this feels like growth to me. In some type of way. He literally took almost 40 seconds to stutter. And I don't know much about like the diagnosis of a speech impediment like stuttering, but I know you can work at it. And he talked about that in his other bit, was like his speech therapist and his regular therapist. So I don't know. I'm just impressed by that. I thought the ADD joke was hilarious because I mean, I think majority of us in America, at least, have heard that, have used that phrase, like, sorry, I'm so ADD, or I'm ADD right now, or I was super ADD, you know, like stuff that people do throw that out there. I think ADHD is longer to say. There's more syllables, so maybe people don't throw that one out there. I also, and we can have this conversation, right? It's us. I also believe young boys are so misdiagnosed with ADHD because in society nowadays, we just want children to sit down and be quiet. We don't let kids play and roughhouse and go outside. And I just saw something the other day that said, when's the last time you saw a kid in a cast? Like, kids aren't even breaking their bones anymore. They're coming out of the womb and we're putting them in helmets, literally, because we're putting them in these bubbles. And I think I wasn't an injured kid, but I definitely have bumps and bruises and scrapes and scars to show that I had like an outside childhood. And so I do think sometimes we will put, especially on boys, this diagnosis that they are hyperactive and they're just boys. Like, boys, now that I have one, I wouldn't have said this probably a year ago, but now that I have one, I know for a fact that my son is not supposed to like be sitting down and focusing on something in a classroom for like more than 5 minutes. But someone out there will say he has ADHD.
When she went to the doctor was like, you have what's called ADHD. And she was like, what? And he was like, this is the third time I told you.
Focus.
Please stop coming back here.
His eyes, he looks so concerned.
Now, if you don't know what ADHD is, you probably knew someone in school who had it, right? ADHD kids, they were always like the weird kid in class.
Were they?
Right? The one that does this shit.
I disagree.
Kid, you know, not the quiet one, not the quiet emo that's to themselves weird. No, the other weird one.
Oh.
The one who sat next to the emo kid.
Oh, Lord.
And asked them questions. Like, so, is black your favorite color? You wear it all the time. You wore that black hoodie last Wednesday and on Friday. Do you wear eyeliner on the weekends? You're always in eyeliner. I noticed that it's also black. Did you know black is the absence of color? I have a hoodie as well that's black, but it's reversible with blue. Technically, that's one color and no colors. That's how they fucking talk, by the way.
Is that how his wife talks?
Too.
Too far, too far, too far. Drew, too far. Reel it in, reel it in, reel it in. Reel it in, Drew.
Now, people with ADHD, they get hyper-focused and easily distracted at the exact same time. So that means they are really good at starting projects.
His timing, his beats, his pauses are so great. I do wonder how much of that is for, again, his like speech therapy and like trying to wait out a stutter or whatever, and how much of it truly, like the timing, this pause right here is so well done, because it's like, you heard what I just said. As someone who hyperfixates, I don't get easily distracted, but I can hyperfixate on things, and I've had to work really hard at like releasing myself from hyperfixation. I can't imagine both hyperfixating on something and easily being distracted. My brain would combust. Like, God bless anyone who actually deals with this. Like, I am so sorry. And I just to clear it up, I don't believe that people don't have the ADHD. I just think, unfortunately, a lot of our young men are diagnosed too soon, before they can get through like being 5 and just wanting to jump off shit. Excuse my language. That's where I'm at today, all right? But I think Drew Lynch is so funny. I think he's so funny, guys. Are you kidding me? He's hilarious.
Did you feel how unsatisfying that was?
Yeah.
That was a
So
polite way
weird.
of saying they're good at making a mess in my living room all the time.
You never hear a man complain about his
Because what
wife
happens
being
is
messy.
She will get started on something, and then she sees movement, so then she starts doing whatever this thing is, and then a sound goes off, so then she's doing whatever that, and then her phone happens, and then so
Her phone
it's
happens.
Like, it's like living with a Roomba, you know? It's just, you follow the trail of broken dreams until she's stuck in the corner somewhere.
Oh, I love his wife.
And
We
there's
love
just
you.
there's just things. It looks like Etsy took a shit in our house. It's just miscellaneous random things. But she has good intentions, and I guess that counts for something.
It does. It absolutely does.
So this is what she'll do. She'll say something like, "Okay, I'm gonna clean."
Is that a threat?
And then she will start the vacuum, and she'll follow that until it hits the coffee table, which wobbles because she hit her head. She doesn't remember. So the coffee table wobbles, and she goes, "Oh no, that's uneven." So she will begin to disassemble.
I'm starting to feel a little seen, and maybe then I do have ADHD, because only specifically in cleaning situations. I am, fun fact, diagnosed OCD. Diagnosed. I promise you. You can ask anyone who knows me, but especially my psychiatrist. I am diagnosed OCD. And so when it comes to cleaning, like I'll start on something and then I'll see something else and I'll like pew to that and then like pew back to the other thing. So in that regard, is there such thing as ADHD OCD? Y'all got some new candy. My daughter made me a candy salad. Ooh.
So she will begin to disassemble
There goes YouTube.
the coffee
glitching.
table, but she only takes apart the 2 legs that are nearest to her.
Oh no.
So the table becomes lopsided,
Oh, no.
oblivious to the very full coffee mug that
Oh,
comes sliding down
no.
onto the carpet. Now there's a stain. This is cleaning, by the way. Don't forget. And she goes, "Oh no, there's a stain. I should probably get a paper towel to clean that up." So she goes over to the kitchen to grab a paper towel. She's in a completely different room now, okay? That room is done. It's over, all right? It's a distant memory at this point. Box it up. It doesn't matter.
Box it up.
And she goes, "Okay, what will I do in the kitchen today? My goodness. The world is my oyster with this kitchen. I could do anything. Maybe I'll start a project. I'll bake a pie from scratch. That's what I should do. Should be a very small project. I should be hungry in about 8 to 10 hours. I will build a pie. It looks like we're all out of paper towels. I'm gonna go to the store. That's what I'll do. I'm just gonna head out.
All right,
and I'll
I'm
go
not
right
this
to the
bad.
store.
I'm not this
wait,
bad.
What's going on with the vacuum? What happened over here? It's like she becomes a detective
And then
who
she- of her own
discovers
stuff.
her own crime scene. She's like, I've never seen the table like this. What happened with the vacuum? Why is this going on? I'm like, bitch, you're the murderer. What are you talking about?
Not the B word.
And then she rediscovers the stain and goes, oh, that's right, the coffee because of the stain. I went to go get paper towels, but we're out of paper towels.
So I'm going to the store.
So she'll take her shirt off and start to blot the stain. Literally, I come in from the next room, the vacuum's running, my table's broken, she's naked, a baby's crying. We don't have kids. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Y'all, he literally is not stuttering. This is incredible to me. So either he is in intensive therapy and has all but healed himself, or he was exaggerating his stutter, which I don't mind because I'm buying into it. I thought it was fantastic. I'm just so impressed.
We don't have kids.
I feel proud.
Like, what the fuck is going on? And she goes, I was gonna do a load of laundry. And then I don't see her for 4 days and 3 nights. She does meth, I think. I don't know my wife. She collects rocks.
Huh? I need to see this lady. What does she look like?
I do not care if they identify as crystals. They are rocks.
Understood.
They are everywhere, bro. They're all over our home. They're on the windowsills and in the drawers, on the toilet seat. We live in a quarry. We live outside. We're homeless, I think. I don't know. And she won't let me get rid of them because she claims that they have powers. Highlighted by the planets, the stars, and the Mercury's and Venus's anus or whatever. I try to throw them out, and she's like, you don't even know what they're doing for you. Don't you feel so protected? I was like, yeah, if we get a slingshot, we're in business.
We're in business. Okay, I try not to laugh at like things that I don't necessarily believe in. I think it was funny that he called them like rocks and things like that. And I think, I get it. I think people probably look at me as a diehard Christian and be like, oh girl, you're so silly. Ah. So I would never laugh at someone who believes in things. I don't have to believe it. I don't have to, engage in it, but I also don't have to make fun of someone else's beliefs just because it's not something I believe. But this is funny. It's funny. First of all, he literally called them rocks. He's like, she's nuts. I think we live outside. Then he said they live in a quarry, and that's funny. But I know a lot of people who collect crystals and believe in the power of crystals. I don't honestly have enough of an opinion or enough of like information to have an opinion either way. But I think they're beautiful. And that's what I have to say.
I was like, yeah, if we get a slingshot, we're in business. All we have is ammo right now. We have nothing.
Why is there a rocking horse
Every day
thing
she gets
on
a new
stage?
rock. Every single day she gets a new one because there's this little meditation guru center, spa, heal your clitoris chakra, whatever thing.
Heal your clitoris chakra.
Every day she goes there, and right
a
when
yoni
she walks
doctor?
in, the clerk, he pops up and goes, oh, my customer. And then
Scam. Immediately scam.
And then he sells her some rock that he found outside on his smoke break, probably. And while he's selling it, he winks at me. I'm like, you're a piece of shit. You know she has a problem. And when she gets outside the store, she just goes, oh, I just feel so grounded.
He's been through this many times.
Babe, you got a
the conviction
pocket full of rocks right now. If you were a corpse, you would sink. What are you insane? That's physics. One day we were on a walk outside or at home, and
outside or at home.
we stumble upon this well. Okay, it's like it's a very shallow well. It's about two to 3 feet. It's very shallow. I could get out of it.
Oh, he's a wee little man. Oh.
Okay, don't all laugh. That hurts. We stumble upon this
Y'all,
well.
he's so
and at the
funny.
bottom of this well, there is a squirrel that's hanging at the bottom of this well, okay? And here's how I react whenever I see a squirrel. It's a squirrel. My wife has a very different spiritual moment. I don't know why. I don't know her connection to this.
Y'all, I don't know why. Like, I want him to stutter more. I don't know, because I enjoy. It's almost as if like God is like, this is the perfect place for your stutter. I don't know. I think it's super intriguing, and there's like a charm about it. I'm like, dang it, he's not stuttering enough, and then here it comes. But it almost felt like, again, it was a pause, a beat, and it wasn't. It was genuinely him stuttering.
Spiritual moment. I don't know why. I don't know her connection to the squirrel. I don't know if it's because like they're equally as twitchy. I don't know. I feel like they're talking shit about me. I don't know. So she sees the squirrel and she goes, babe, quick. Lend me your shoe.
No.
I will lower it down by the laces and we'll hoist them up.
What?
Like it's a squirrel elevator. And I was like, I love that you think just because we lower a shoe down there, a squirrel will willingly get in it and leave with us like we are his family. And she goes, you're right. We should build a ladder so he can leave on his own terms. And I was like, that's not at all what I said.
She seems like such a free spirit.
I go about my adult life. I come home later to discover my wife is sitting in the middle of the living room. The glue gun is on.
She's making a ladder. She's making a ladder.
So I'm too late.
She's making a ladder.
And what she's done is she has taken 2 of my shoelaces. And she laid them out vertically. And then she hot glued popsicle sticks.
She made a ladder. She's resourceful. He's disgusted. He's sick of you, girl. He's sick of you.
We did not have popsicle sticks, by the way. We had a box of popsicles.
And no
kids? Can you guess what happened next? This chick has got brain freeze and purple lips and is doing arts and crafts in my living room. I'm like, whose toddler am I babysitting right now? With my laptop open to a Google search that says, how tall are squirrels?
Y'all, I'm sorry, the subtitles are on. I think it's a part of the video, not like on my YouTube. And I obviously am reading ahead. I'm sorry. This lady sounds both unhinged and just the best person to be around. And I don't know how exaggerated this is. He's like, girl, I'm so over your antics. I don't have, honestly, a ton of known experience with people with ADHD, certainly not adults. When I was younger, my brother, one of my brothers was diagnosed with ADHD. And again, I mean, to me, it didn't matter. He was just like a wild boy. He was like a wild thornberry. What was his name? Donnie on Wild Thornberries. But I really don't, you know what I mean? But if this is the experience, I can't imagine like an adult with ADHD and a like type A adult being like in a relationship. Oh, Lord. Talk about an episode of Snapped. Jesus.
I was like, really? For squirrels, you say tall?
Oh! What about me? What about me?
So, she collects the ladder just like so. We're heading back to the well. My shoes are much looser.
The well? I've never even seen a well in real life, I don't think.
And just before she releases it, I notice that there is a note attached.
To the ladder?
And I was like, hey, babe. Is that a note?
I'm on
For
on
the
edge.
squirrel?
I'm biting my nails. I'm on edge.
And she goes, no, that's so people read it and know not to remove the ladder.
What's her name?
And I was relieved. Because I needed to know how far on the spectrum of this she was. And so she takes the ladder in very dramatic fashion. She unfurls it.
I love the word unfurl.
It's a pretty good ladder. I don't know what the sound they make, but that's whatever. Tickle your fancy. She
This man
unfurls
is
the
funny.
ladder, and I swear to God, the squirrel looked at the ladder
And went the other way?
and just got out on his own.
He's like, I don't actually want to use that. But
And she
thanks.
goes, it worked.
Oh, bless her soul.
I'm gonna knit a scarf.
Squirrel.
And that is my whole life. Every day is that day, all right? I live with a Make-A-Wish kid all the time. So I'm just like, all right, let's follow your dreams. I guess we'll see what happens.
Drew. She's probably like beautiful and
Now.
so sweet.
People who stutter, we tend to do it more when we're feeling nervous or agitated, frustrated, overwhelmed. And there was one particular day where both mine and my wife's issues, my stutter and her ADHD,
Yeah, what is that like?
came together. For
Look at his
one
fingers.
Beautiful, awful storm. I came home from shows. It had just been an exhausting day. And very lovingly, my wife noticed. So she asked, she goes, hey, babe, what's the matter? And what I said at the time was, it's nothing. It's just today I'm feeling very stressed. But at the time that I said it, I
Stressed?
stuttered on.
That felt very meticulous, very stressed. So he got through it without, like, maybe I need to go back to school as if I actually accomplished anything in college. Maybe I should like get some type of online certification as a speech pathologist. Is that what they're called? Speech therapist, pathologist? Hell if I know.
What I said at the time was, it's nothing. It's just today I'm feeling very stressed. But at the time that I said it, I stuttered on the word stressed.
Oh, Lord.
So it sounded like and this chick started dancing.
Stop, Kira, watashi wa stop. Oh, I love them. I want to be friends with them. I want to be couple friends with them. He's pissed.
She was like, that was a sick beat, babe. I was like, yeah, we should start a band and not finish it.
Drew Lynch, I am your newest, biggest stan of a fan. I cannot deal. And I want to know who his wife is. Like, she sounds fantastically the perfect storm. So am I, girl. Let's be friends. All right. Talk to me in the comments and go and have the day you deserve. Bye, friends.